Alright guys, so if you're looking for a nice clean meal to eat, I want to let you in on something. Well, what we got here, 2 cans Star Kiss Selects Chunk White, very low sodium, 28 grams of protein per serving. So we're going to times that by 2 cans. So you're going to be getting approximately 56 or so, depending on, how accurate the can is. We're going to take breadcrumbs, Italian style, and that's going to be to give it some texture. And we're going to take and get some eggs, and we're going to put 2 eggs in. So we got the 2 eggs here, and there's one. Try to do this with one hand. Not always easy. But it's good to eat this meal earlier because of the breadcrumbs. I wouldn't necessarily want to eat this before bed, but that could be your own preference. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put these eggs up first. I got olive oil over here. Got olive oil over here, and it's the spray. I just get the Great Value stuff. To be honest with you, there's a better thing out there to get. It's called grapeseed oil, and it's a little bit more expensive. But since I just moved over here and stuff, I'm trying to save a little money on my expenses. I gotta get this eggshell out of here. I totally devoured that egg. Oh, yeah. And you know what's the funny thing is, whenever you want to get something out, always a pain. Okay. So what you want to do is, just want to sprinkle this all around and get that texture. It's going to be kind of like a bonding agent. All right. I would say maybe a cup and a half of the breadcrumbs. I get the Italian style because it has some seasoning in it. You can get, they got other flavors or whatever. You might find some, there's actually probably some more healthier ones out there too. But like I said, this is a quick, easy meal that you might want to do in the mornings or something. So, or even after a workout, So what you want to do is you just want to mix this with your hands. And I know this might sound odd. You can also do this with oats. If you don't have breadcrumbs, and if you don't want to do the breadcrumbs, you can substitute the breadcrumbs with oats, which makes it even less. Well, see, what I'm trying to say is when you put the oats in, oats are going to be more healthier than the breadcrumbs, because the breadcrumbs, they do have flour in them and all those bad things for you. But sometimes the breadcrumbs just give you that texture that you want to taste sometimes when you're tired of eating healthy all the time. I mean, super healthy. This is a lot better than eating garbage. But see how I was doing this, and I just wasn't feeling the right texture. So you have to put a little more in there. When you get done, it should look something like this. You want to mix it up to where you're not feeling any dryness from the breadcrumbs. You want to make sure it's all nice and neat. This over here is getting too hot. So then you want to make a patty. And what you do is, I'm going to shut the cam off after this though, but you want to make a patty, make it flat, and you'll put it in here. Let me set this camera down real quick while I do this. Let's see if I can set this up so we can see what's going on. There we go. All right. So you want to make a patty. About like that. And you want to put it in there. You're going to hear that? You're going to let it brown on that side. Another one. Try to kind of separate them in the pan so they don't stick together, because if they stick together, then they're going to cook together. You don't want that. And another one. I try to get about 3-4 good sized patties. Try to keep them proportionate. You can split these up. You can eat them all in one meal, or you can eat 2.5 now and 2.5 later. If you're trying to watch how much you gorge on at once, if you don't want all that extra calories at one time, you can do it that way. All right. So we're going to leave those sit. And I don't know exactly a time, because like I said, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a type of person with measurements. I cook from the mind, and I really don't just say, well, I need to do it this way, or I need to do it that way. I need to put this much in. Each time it could be different. So if you want a measurement on time, or if you want a measurement on how much breadcrumbs, I'm sorry, but unfortunately I'm not going to be the person to be able to do that for you. But just to give you a general idea about how long to put these in here for, which now I'm going to bring this up here like this, and that's what you want to look. Like right here, see how these are two together? If you get them stuck together like that, and just, you know, take your spatula and just, boom. Split them up a little bit. You know, make sure that they're not cooking together. And you want to, I would say, you want to keep them on one side for approximately maybe 3 to 4, maybe 5 minutes at the most, and then flip them over. And then once you flip them over, do the same thing, 5 minutes. And if they're not looking all the way done, and what I mean by done is, it'll actually see some kind of darkening, and I'll show you like an example real quick here. This is the first one I put in there, and it's probably been, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. So let's flip this one over and see what we got. Yeah, right there. That's about what you want to see. You don't want it any darker than that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you don't want to get it any darker than that, unless you like it darker. You know, I don't know. Maybe you like your patties a little darker than that. I don't know. I'm gonna flip this one over. See, this one's not done, and it's only getting half, so my pan must be off a little bit here. So we're gonna have to reflip that one over again, which is fine, you know. And that one's not done. So here's an example. You want them to look more like that than that, unless you like them like that. But I want to be honest with you, man, they're going to texture up and they're going to be a lot more crispy like this. Okay, and to make this even a shorter video, without me rambling on, I cheat a little bit, man. I have to have ketchup on my stuff. So when I get done, I kind of just glaze a little bit of ketchup on top, and that's really good. Another thing that you can do, you can chop up onions. If you like onions, you can put onions in here. Or you can chop up garlic. You can mince some garlic up and put in here. Those are all great things to put in there. And like I said, you can substitute the breadcrumbs with oats. You can just get whole oats. I wouldn't get the instant oats. I would just get the regular whole oats, and you can mix those in instead, and that's going to give you the same texture as these. And trust me, it'll taste amazing. Anyways, guys, this is just a little example of what I can do. I'll be putting up some more recipes and stuff that you guys can do to stay, you know, ripped and stay fit, man. That's the most important thing. Stay ripped and stay fit. Jeff B. Ripped, signing off. Have a great day.